How are you feeling?
It's awesome. I mean, like they were saying a while ago, it was just the way of growing up for me. We just grew up playing baseball, working hard, had three brothers. I remember one of the high school baseball games, I was catching, my brother Robert was pitching, my brother Dennis was a shortstop, and my brother Gaylord was playing center field. And that's, we all played college baseball and had cousins that played professionally for St. Louis and Detroit, and it's just what we did growing up. And then to go on and coach other kids in high school and watch other people develop has been very rewarding for me as a person and as a coach. And I still give catching lessons today at the Marucci Clubhouse, and just working with players and watching them grow as athletes and people is it's been a very rewarding profession for me. Yeah, absolutely.
You stay in touch and see what your former players are doing? What's that relationship like?
If I'm out cutting my grass, they stop by and I have to stop and talk to them for 10 minutes. And yeah, Greg Garton's always said that. He goes, your players, like at Christmas, when they're back from college, they would always come by the high school just to stop by and visit and say hi. So yeah, it's really neat to have the influence on people and watch them grow, and then they come back and see you and have that opportunity to do that.
When you look back on your career, I guess as a player and then I guess more specifically as a coach, what sort of things stand out to you?
The year we won state tournament would be one of the most memorable moments. We scored in the last inning with 2 outs, 6 runs to win by 1 run. And that was the state championship game. So, things like that, and watching players go to college. I coached at Aurora. We won, I was there 5 years when we won the first 3 district championships the school had ever won. And we went to the state quarterfinals one year. I can't remember the record. We were like 120 and 40. Our record at Billings was 110 or 120 something and 10 losses. So that's some really good kids. The thing that stands out at Aurora, though, the guys that I coached and while I was there, their offspring 27 years later won back-to-back state titles. So, and I knew all the dads because they were previous players of mine. So, and both of the coaches on that team were former assistant coaches of mine. So I talked on the radio during the state tournament with Mike McClure, and he did my broadcast whenever we did the state tournament, and he did their broadcast. So there was a lot of continuity there as far as the players and their dads, and both coaches that played for me were assistant coaches. So, there's like a little tree going there.
That's cool.
You've as a coach in high school, you've got a range of player talent. You got some kids who are obviously great. You got other kids who are out there who just love baseball.
Right.
How rewarding was it working with those kids who were out there because they love the game? Maybe, weren't the most talented kids. Can you talk about that?
People like Harrison Waters, I would go by the ball field, and his dad would be out there with a 5-gallon bucket hitting him fly balls. And he ended up being a 2-time All-State player. And then you go by the next week and there'd be 2 guys out there. And you go by the next week and there'd be 10 guys out there, and dad's hitting them fly balls. And, as a coach, what you try to do as a coach is just make each player the best they can be. And so you address each one differently. Like you were saying, they're good players and average players. Your job as the coach is to make sure that you're getting the most out of each player that's on the field.